guys, thank you for watching. Hoping you're having a blessed day. Today I will be showing you how to cook pinto beans. These are dry beans, and the first step is to clean your beans and get them in the clean your beans and put them in water to soak. That's how I choose to do it. Everyone doesn't, but first step is cleaning your beans, and this is as simple as opening your pack. And yeah, there are canned beans where you can just open the can and put them in a pot and let them simmer, but sometimes they're too mushy. Sometimes you can't just get them right, but this is the old-fashioned way. Okay, so I take my beans, I take a handful, and I look through them, because sometimes in these dry packages there are little rocks, there's trash, and you need to go through it to make sure you get all the trash out. And it's as simple as that. Now it takes, 3 or 4 minutes, but hey, it's okay. If you want clean beans, do what it takes to get the clean beans. Okay guys, I went through my beans and I didn't find anything today, but now I put water on them and rinse them really well to get all the dust off. Okay, now it's just a matter of just taking your beans in the water and just cleansing them. Rinse it off. You just rinsing them off. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to pour the water off that. Okay, now as I got the water off, I'm going to put some more water on. Okay guys, you see I have a lot of water in this bowl, so this is called soaking. I leave them in here. Usually I do it overnight. I put them in the water at night when I go to bed, and then I get up the next day and I cook them. So I'm gonna let these beans soak, and when they're finished soaking, I get back with you. Okay guys, I went through my beans and I didn't find anything today, but now I put water on them and rinse them really well to get all the dust off. Okay, now it's just a matter of just taking your beans in the water and just cleansing them. Rinse it off. You just rinsing them off. That's it. Okay, now I'm going to pour the water off that. Okay, now as I got the water off, I'm going to put some more water on. Okay guys, you see I have a lot of water in this bowl. So this is called soaking. I leave them in here. Usually I do it overnight. I put them in the water at night when I go to bed, and then I get up the next day and I cook them. So I'm gonna let these beans soak, and when they're finished soaking, I'll get back with you. Okay guys, my pinto beans have soaked, and once they're soaked, they are bigger than they were before you took them out of the package. So that's the way they're supposed to be, because the water, they have swelled from the water. And I'm going to put them in a pot. But these are my ingredients that I use: salt, pepper, onion powder, complete seasoning. You may have other seasoning that you normally use, that's fine. I also use the Saison Goya. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but hey, I put some of that in it. I put just a few drops of liquid smoke. I use part of an onion, and I use chicken bouillons or chicken powder, whichever you have. I also have some fried bacon, just a few pieces in there, and some sugar and water. That's it. I am going to put the recipe in this video somewhere. Right now I'm going to put my beans in the pot and put water on them and get my seasoning together, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I have my pot on, and it is kind of a large pot. You have to put plenty of water in, because as your beans boil, the water will evaporate. So I'm going to add some of my seasoning to the water before I put my beans in. You want to make sure your beans are good and seasoned all through the boiling. This is salt. I don't put a lot of salt because your onion powder and your other seasonings, they don't tell you a lot of times that they have salt in it, but they do. And this is my complete seasoning, and the salt I only put like maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon, and maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon of seasoning. I don't use my measurement equipment, and I may need to start doing that, but right now I just don't. And we're going to say about 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder. Now the bouillons, I have two. I put one in at the beginning and one like about the middle way of them cooking, because when your water evaporates, a lot of your seasonings leave too. So right now I'm just putting that one in. I am putting in like about a cup of onions. If you don't like onions, fine, you don't have to. Also bacon. I think I have like about, this is probably 3 strips. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to use bacon. Some folks use turkey necks, hog jows. There's varieties of meat that you can put in, and you don't have to put any in it. I actually, when I do mines now, I don't. And I'm actually doing this because I'm doing these beans for somebody else, because my stomach right now won't let me do a lot of seasonings, and so anyway. Okay, so I have all of that in my pot, and I'm going to just put my beans in. I don't put my sugar in right now. I wait till my beans are almost finished boiling before I add that to it. And middle ways, when I add my other bouillon, I may put a touch more of onion powder in it. And this is a secret a lot of people don't know, but this is baking soda. You put just a touch of baking soda, maybe a third of a teaspoon in. That helps your beans to cook faster, well, to get tender quicker, so they won't have to cook as long. And a lot of people don't know that. But I've got my pot on, and when they are probably halfway finished, I'll come back in and show you when I put the other seasonings in, and we'll go from there. All right. Okay, guys, I forgot also, I'm going to add a couple of drops of this liquid smoke, just a couple of drops, and I'm also going to add the Goya seasoning in here. Okay, now as I said, make sure that you have plenty of water. I want to show you. See, you well, you have plenty of water. You don't want your beans to boil dry. So in about 30 minutes or so, you come back in and you check it. You don't want them to boil dry. So just keep an eye on them. Put your heat on about medium high, and actually no, put them on medium low, because you want them to take their time to boil, and unless you're in a hurry, and maybe you can put it on medium high, but medium low, and just let them put a top on it and just let them simmer. Okay, be back shortly. Okay, guys, it's been about an hour, and I'm going to put in my sugar. Not much. And I've put in my last bouillon. And what I want you to do is you take a few of the beans on a big size spoon and just mash a few of your beans up. Well, several. Mash several of your beans up against the pot. That helps the soup of the beans to thicken. You know, quite a few of them. Just mash them up against the pot. Just mash them up against the pot. And, you know, stir it up, stir it up. Not, you know, a lot of them, but a good many of your beans. Just mash them up against the pot. Okay. Okay, now I need you to taste it, you know, and make sure that you have the flavor that you so desire. You know, you may need some more salt, you may need some more seasonings. Everybody's taste is not the same, so you want to make sure you got enough seasoning in them. Okay, that's good. Okay, guys, you put your top back on, and you let them cook again. You check them every 30 minutes to make sure your water hasn't boiled off, but in about I want to say another hour and 15 minutes it may be finished, but I'll get back with you when they are. Okay, guys, the beans are finished. It took about an hour and 20 minutes because I had let them sit overnight. Maybe just a little less, but here's the finished product. I know my light is bright and I apologize for that, but they turned out pretty good. You can do this if you want to do it. It's not hard at all. I'd just like to say I thank you for watching this video, and if you would, I would like for you to just follow along with me on this cooking journey. And again, if there's problems in your life, give it to the Lord. Stay in prayer, have faith, and hold on to His mighty word, for Any and all things are possible with Christ. I thank you for watching and have a very, very blessed night. Bye-bye.